Dish subscriber. Packages start at $19.99 a month for 12 months. That's right, $19.99 a month. Compare that to your cable bill, and the smart choice is to cut the cable and get Dish. Plus, you get all these great TV features, free HD channels, free DVR to record your favorite shows, and free installation. You even get our free Dish anywhere, so you can take your TV on the go, watching your favorite programs on your smartphone, tablet, or laptop anywhere in the world. I'll say it again, all for just $19.99 a month for 12 months. This is a limited time 24-month offer you must qualify for, and it could change at any time. So call now. 800-818-3967. 800-818-3967. 800-818-3967. That's 800-818-3967.
Do you owe the IRS $10,000 or more in back taxes? Are you being audited or investigated? Has the IRS sent you a letter demanding payment? You may not owe what they claim. Make this free call to the tax doctor now. Let them negotiate with the IRS on your behalf.
800-492-4190. 800-492-4190. That's 800-492-4190.
WPAT.
All right. I got to tell you, we are back on the other side, and we just want to thank everybody for staying with us. We had a great program earlier with TJ giving us some great information with our, with
yes,
not to get cancer and some of the things that you can do if you find out that you are you have a lump or something in your breast. But TJ, I still see you here. I want to the thing I wanted to ask again, and you did answer it much, but I don't know if you could do a little research. The reason why I'm asking is because we have a couple of centers where we have the young women that are with child, where we send them not to have an abortion, but to have the baby. We encourage them and let them know that we'll find a home for the baby so that they don't do anything stupid. Sometimes you have young girls, they find out that they're pregnant, and they are, the first thing they're trying to do is, not think rationally and do some things that may harm them or the child. So, but for some reason, they were saying that abortion links to breast cancer. And so I just wanted to find that link. I want to really find that out. I don't know if you can do some research, TJ, and get back to us with that to let us know if there's a link. Oh, thank you. To see if there's a link somewhere in there.
Yeah.
We had a spirited conversation a couple of days ago. Or was it last? No, it was yesterday, wasn't it?
Yesterday, yeah.
Yeah, and we were basically speaking about I think Gary suggested to ask, is that Mr. Dorsey there?
Yes.
Did I see?
Yes, it is.
Hey there, Mr. Dorsey. How are you?
Hello, I'm doing just fine. Thank you. Good being here.
Welcome to the program. Absolutely.
Can you hear me, Willie? Can you hear me, Willie?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, sir.
Okay, great. Yes,
Listen, so someone has got to turn off their
I'm hearing an echo now. It
just happened.
Yeah.
Anyway,
We were talking about the fact Gary asked
they still have it on. Okay. Yeah, we're working on it now. Okay.
Yeah.
Gary asked the question, was it's racist for the president to say that he's going to fill the seat for the justice on Supreme Court, and was it right for him, or is it racist for him to say it has to be a black woman? And so we were talking about that, and I don't know if that we really kind of ended it on the note that we wanted to. So I want to hear I want to hear those opinions on, is it a good thing? Is it a bad thing? Is it going to hurt
It's
her
a good thing.
in her tenure as as a justice because of the fact that her counterparts can say, well, you're here, and I doubt this would ever come up, but you're here because you're a black woman. They chose you because you're a black woman.
Kind of like affirmative action almost. Yeah.
Would
you
it
got
would
the job
it,
because of
would it be a shadow over her tenure there in the courts?
Well, let's ask Ted Cruz because he doesn't agree. But he's not online with us right now. So.
Oh, okay. Well, go ahead. The floor is open. Anyone can answer.
I mean, I want to answer.
Mr. Cruz.
Who's Mr. Cruz?
Ted Cruz, the governor of
Ted
Texas.
Cruz. Well, Ted Cruz, this is what I look at when you say Ted Cruz. Ted Cruz want to go into the same type of way. Everybody don't understand when Trump come out, it doesn't matter if he goes to back into the office again and be president. The prototype already been set. They learn that it's a certain market of people that believes in the way Trump does. So the rest of the people in the Republican or in the young people, they're going to follow suit. So it's not about Ted Cruz want to follow in the same line as Trump because now they know what kind of people that he attracts. So that's another story in that. But when you look at the situation at hand, as I said, it's an even playing field. You have to understand you have 100, 200 years of not an even playing field, or 100 or some years people had a head start going to different colleges, going to different situations. And that happens just like it's football. This guy got fired because he didn't do something the coach said. Or they were telling him they were going to hire him at the I think Chicago coach. Somebody called and told him he had to don't go there because they were just playing. It's just so much it's so much information, and they've been doing this for so long. And then
if it was somebody. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, time we get a chance to get in, it's a problem. There's always a problem when they allow other races to come in. Now there's this and that and this and another, but you've been doing this stuff over 80, 100 years, and nobody never said anything too much about what you were doing. Now when it's an opportunity for other races, it's a big problem. I don't buy that. I just buy
even the playing field a little bit.
Yeah,
like
you got to.
Ted Cruz is talking about it shouldn't be about race and why does it have to be an African American woman so.
Of course he's going to say that.
Are you saying it's a good thing?
Yes, it's a good thing.
Bad thing?
Yes, it's a good thing. It's a great thing.
All right.
It's a great thing.
Okay. That we all agree.
But Biden has several people lined up, but I believe that they're all black women that he's trying to appoint. He's trying to choose which one
So
I mean,
can I weigh in a little?
Yes,
absolutely.
Yes.
Waiting
Miracle
for you.
As a black woman, you should.
Yeah, the miracle woman. Go ahead.
Well, listen. I agree with Dr. Johnson and Anthony. You know what happened? This should just be a situation where this is another set of candidates, and we're just going to basically select one from it. The color of her skin should not be a problem. The fact that it's a female, it should not be a problem. What has happened, and I said this yesterday, and I was told that I'm Pollyanna, but I'm still going to be. What happens is that it's not that there wasn't qualified black women before.
Yes.
They just weren't selected. You understand what I mean? And what will happen, Willie, to address your question, is that over time, why wasn't it said that the integrity of the other candidates who have been elected would be, they would basically weigh in and know, you're now selected, so now you have to bend the rules. Why all of a sudden, because it's a black woman, she's going to be the one that basically, set her integrity, lower than it is. She's going to go in there, she's going to do the work and be just, right?
Yeah.
Look at the situation and judge it as it is, and come and basically give a fair and just result.
No.
Why should she feel obligated and feel as, well, then you know what? They did something for me. Now I have to reciprocate. That doesn't make sense. I am not going to lower my integrity. I'm not going to lower my standard because all of a sudden you just recognize that I'm intelligent, that I am capable. And so now you are doing me a favor and I now have to do you a favor. I beg not to agree. I beg. It's not right. And by no means should we even be thinking along that line. She's going to be selected. She's going to go in there and she's going to do the job that she was hired to do with integrity. And she's going to be just and she's going to be fair, just like all the others who were selected. Was that the case for them? Did they go in there and compromise?
No, but that's planned, Claudia. See, if I start allowing other races to come in and start allowing this black woman, what else that they're going to allow? They saying, are we going to allow a black man to get in this position or that position? So they don't want to start something that people start looking at and say, yeah, we need to start looking at other races in other positions. See, they don't build it up over these years to show different races wasn't capable of running in these type of companies, this type of a situation. This stuff been planned. We understand. They understand that this black woman is qualified and she's not going to change. But we can't allow the masses of people to see if we start allowing other races other than ourselves to get in position like this. It's already set up this way. It's not that they don't believe that she's qualified. It's just that we don't want to open that door too wide for too many black folks to get in that way. That's what it is about.
And that's what our forefathers fight for. And Dr. John Lewis is a really good example. He passed in 2020. But you know what happens? We are all human. We're all one family. We come from one race. It doesn't matter the skin color or what. Yes. Should be based on your character.
And your character.
What is your character? What it is that you're going to basically bring to the table? Yes. Let us get the color of skin out of this. Do not put someone in position because their character is flawed.
That's my problem.
No. Exactly.
That's the problem. They know about it. But that's been the problem.
Are they setting her up for failure?
Right. No, they're not setting her up for failure.
Why did they have to put that stigma? Let me ask you, why is it that they could not have said, we're going to pick a candidate, a lady, a candidate? Why did they have to say?
They always say that.
The United States has to say it's got to be a black woman, because once he did that, he might have even stepped over the law.
Because if you didn't put it that way, we wouldn't have this conversation. We wouldn't be having this conversation if it wasn't coined, if it wasn't crafted that way. We wouldn't.
And that's a high position.
This is what they're doing.
And it's a high position.
Creates all kind of controversy now.
Yeah. But anything dealing with a high position that everybody sees in the world, as far as America, and they always going to coin that phrase. They coined it with Obama. They're going to coin something that's a high position, and they're going to tell what race is in that particular position. She's not being set up. They trying to use that in a way to discourage and say stuff so they can have stuff to talk about, like you say, in the media. But they know this woman, whoever they pick, is going to be highly qualified. They just don't want this stuff to keep going on. And like for football, they hire everybody else but black coaches, but half of the players are black. So we trying to understand, are we not smart enough to coach, or is it just that we can't, it's a whole bunch of stuff.
Right.
Yeah. I will share with you one thing.
Races used in the media always for media hype, for attraction. You know, they create divisions around race so that, you could get stories and that we can talk about this on the air. That's what it's based on. She is more than qualified.
Yes,
I mean, any one of those candidates is more than qualified. But when you have a media, that's trying to divide the races and keep a separation, that's what it's about.
Awesome.
I hate to say, gentlemen, it ain't that serious. I'm just saying. See, when you got untuned beings doing things out of tune, their spiritual God-given self.
Yes. Yes.
This is, I learned, because I'm a health fanatic.
Yes.
I learned, Holy Spirit taught me, if I don't stay in joy,
Hey, how you doing?
love, and peace,
Yes, sir.
I'm going to throw my health off.
That is true.
I'm going to be still putting more flames on the fire.
Amen.
Mind tuned and conscious to understand that the Holy Spirit told me all I'm responsible for is my life.
Yes.
I can't change what people are going to think about me or what they're going to think. I ain't got nothing to do with it. But if the world are not mind tuned, they will fall, and we will be having these fueling conversations. Our blood pressure going up. I ain't doing it. I've been there, done that. I don't do that no more. I live in a bubble. Everybody tell me, well, your head is in the sand. Yes, it is, because when I wasn't my head in the sand, health was gone, no peace, no joy, and no love. So if you hear me quiet, I don't do that. I just stay in joy, love, and peace.
You know what? That's an excellent way of looking at it. Now I can see the perception of it, but it's a group of people that is doing all this, or people that I don't want to mention. We also be the human race. But when you say it, and when it's said like that, that do throws everything off balance, because now we're getting excited. Now we're getting to a point where we're starting to let our blood pressure, we starting to look at all kind of stuff, and we getting out of the flow of everything. But the situation we getting caught up in is that it's been happening for hundreds of years. But we have to know that we have to take care of ourselves. We got to know this is a game being played.
And stop fueling. We are fueling. We put fuel to it. When we have these discussions, we put fuel to it. And I will share an example with you that I shared with Willie this afternoon before the program. I am sitting in a room, and I'm the diversity. So you know what? You know what that means. I'm the only Black person in the room. And it was a round table discussion, and everyone spoke around the table, and they gave their views and they gave their opinion and everything. And when it got to me, because I'm usually pretty quiet until I'm called upon, right? And when it got to me and I started speaking, the host turned around and said to me, "Wow, you are so intelligent." There were other people around the table that spoke eloquently, and nobody said that that person was intelligent.
Yes.
Right? Is it because of the color of my skin? Why I'm so intelligent? Am I not able to have a decent conversation? But guess what happens, right? I thought to myself, I knew this wasn't a compliment, right? I knew it wasn't. And instead of addressing it and get my blood pressure up, like Melvin said, I just basically nod politely and said, "Thank you." And I continue.
Good for you. Good for you.
Yes.
Claudine,
yes.
Well, let's put the cards on the table, okay? When they said that to you, okay? Here's a Black woman. She probably have more degrees than anybody on this panel. We have Dr. Ben Johnson. He has a master's.
No, I got a doctorate.
Claudine.
I got a doctorate.
Yes, but we have Claudine. Claudine has 3 different masters. Okay, so she's very intelligent, well-trained. Or 2, I'm sorry, 2 masters.
2, and I'm going to do my doctorate. So.
and Willie throwing extra stuff in there. I see you, Willie.
Listen, it's really 3 degrees. You're undergrad. It's really 3. Yeah, it's 3.
It's 3.
All I'm saying is that they singled her out, not because she was so smart and this and that, and then when they complimented, "Oh, you speak so well," that was not necessarily a compliment. That singled her out. Said really what they said for a Black woman. Wow, and this is why I say, as we are using this thing for the president to get up and say, I'm going to fill that position, and it has to be a black woman. Right off the bat, how do you think the white women felt in the country? Now, he's the president of everybody. Now, he could have selected a black woman. He could have selected that without saying it has to be a black woman, because now it's the topic of a lot of discussions, and it's not healthy for the country. That's the way I feel.
Well, there's a lot of discrimination that has taken place in that position for a very long time. So, he has a very strong support base of black women who put him in office. This is politics, 101. So, you never know whether or not there's even some things on the table that's showing that there's a history of discrimination in that specific position in the courts, in the government. So he might be under some pressure to be, in terms of making that statement that it has to be a black woman. But she's more than qualified. Every single one of those candidates that they picked out there that of African descent, they're more than qualified. So it would never be a situation where, they just put somebody in there because that's not qualified, and she got her position because she's black and so on and so forth. She's more than qualified.
Yes, she is.
She's gonna show them.
Yeah.
Oh, of course.
Of course. And like my mom used to say, every time they put a black person in position, they had to be twice as qualified.
Oh, you have to be. You have to be 3 times, and you have to be performing 200%. And if you drop to 150, everyone knows. Everyone knows. And I'm sorry, gentlemen. I mean, it's mainly men on this panel, but for females, you can perform 100% or 90%, but for females, for me, most of the times I'm in a boardroom or I'm on a panel, I am the only female, sometimes, most of the times only black. It is, listen, we have to as female be performing like 300% more than our male counterpart. That's the honest truth. We will have the same degree, same everything, but believe me, someone can say something. I have to come with a PowerPoint presentation. I have to have backup. I have to have all of these. I have to have all of these things in order to perform at the same level or be taken as seriously as my male counterparts. And so it is for real.
The women are still fighting for equal play. They do the same job, but they still don't want to pay them the same. And then that's a big thing. Yeah. Listen, we have a caller that would like to comment on the topic. Sir, you're on the air.
I'm here.
Caller.
I'm here.
What's your comment, sir?
Okay, first I want to give thanks to the Almighty, our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, and congratulate King Melvin, which myself and some of my associates follow him on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. We are very much interested in his teachings of mind tuning.
We understand that, sir. We ask you to give you a comment on the subject that we're speaking about. Thank you for calling. I know our King Melvin is.
Yes.
Thank you. But we're talking about the president stating that he has to have a black woman for the next Supreme Justice.
Oh, I didn't hear too much because the phone kept cutting on and off, but I'm very much for it. I heard just a little bit of it, but I think it is very good. Oh,
so you're in favor of him selecting only and saying that only a black woman needs to apply?
Yes.
And that's not racism. That's not
biasness or sexism or anything like that.
No, it's no racist with this person at all.
Wow. Well, we thank you for your call. Thank you so much. Yes.
But I think
again.
But I thank King Melvin for bringing that information, because when he said it, God always told me, he said, stay out of that stuff. Stay out of all that politics. You in the kingdom. And when you look at it, I get so wrapped up in everything. When I watch something, I'm so passionate and emotion, just like the football, just like about killings and stuff. I have to turn the channel because I look at so much stupidity in the world about how they handle situations when they're dealing with different races. It's just crazy. It's just so ignorant of how they do
it
things.
Took a lot of prayer and a lot of fasting.
Yes.
I'm with you. I got that same energy.
But the good part about it is that when you talk about things, you bring it to the point, and a lot of times people try to sweep things under the rug.
Yes.
Nobody says anything about it.
Right.
It goes on without being addressed.
Yes.
So right now we're just talking about it, and again, like I said yesterday or a couple of days ago, it's by all means necessary. Blacks have not been in power, had the power at all. Okay.
That's right.
White old men has been running America and the world for the last, 400 years?
Yep,
okay.
about 400 years.
And they have had that power, and they have passed it on down to their other white counterparts and people. So for them to open the door any kind of way for a black woman, black man, or whatever to get into these higher positions, I think we're all happy for that. But we can't be blinded because this administration is saying that. Because right now, with our gas situation, our food situation,
the war
our
situation,
everything that's happening in the country, okay, for him to say that, I thought it was them doing this to keep or get the black or stop the black voters from falling away from their administration. So they say that, all of a sudden I feel good. I'm thinking, hey, a black woman. I even thought about it when I kind of smiled. I said that's a good gesture. But the real deal is, what is happening in our community?
I agree with you.
What are they putting on the table that's really going to help our communities?
Exactly.
Yeah,
okay?
but
why are they blocking school choice, where we can take our kids out of a failing school and put them in a school that's doing well? Why are they blocking that? What is the problem with that?
Because we allowed that so much long time, brother Willie. You look at, I'm looking at other races in dealing with Jews and other stuff. They have their own schools. They have their own, anything dealing with us, they want to control the narrative. But when you look at that, I don't know if I got a Trump in office or I got a Biden. I mean, when you look at this stuff, we ain't got too many choices, in this thing. And you got the race part, people playing a race card. You got people who are giving us tons of money without responsibilities. It's so much going on, but you don't just have a person that's bright enough to try to do both, to come and help the world and the human race, period. So when I'm looking at it, if I had them in it, what it would be? I mean, Trump type of individuals and that spirit that covers the whole America, like King Melvin said, you got to stay calm, but it's hard to stay calm when you got people in position that sit here and talk crazy all the time.
No, but I understand that. But you got to stay calm. But you got to be able to cut through the fog. You've got to say, what are they putting on the table for our vote?
Yes,
okay?
You gotta speak the truth. You gotta speak the truth.
Willie, what is the
Republican?
Absolutely.
Listen. We have people that vehemently hated Donald Trump. Trump, no way. They said, never Trump. And these people had rights because of his past, okay? But I had a couple of doctors here, a couple of professors, and we were talking, and they hated. They would never vote for Trump. But then we started peeling the onion, saying, okay, what are we getting from this, and what are we getting from that? Trump made a statement, and it was probably for the black vote. He said, I'm going to put $500 million in the black community for the young people that's starting out, trying to get business. He put that on the table. And then we had the other one with the Build Back Better. And those people that was in my studio, if you can check on my show, they changed over. They said, wait a minute, that's something of substance. That's something is going to, I hate, if I'm drowning and somebody throw me a rope, I don't care who throw the rope.
But you throwing a rope?
The matter,
do you believe?
What I'm saying, all I'm saying, and I'm not trying to make anybody sway or go anywhere.
But do you believe that?
Right
did you
now,
believe that?
we have to. It's not a point whether it was true or not. It was something
Political
that was put
stunt.
on the table,
Political stunt.
and we would have
Yes.
held him to
Yes.
that. We would have
Yes.
had to hold him to that. But the fact of the matter is, at this point, we have to look out. Our black boys are running in our communities. They're dying.
Mhm.
I've been to over probably a good 50 funerals this year, maybe more. And I talk to the mothers. I see the crying, and I see the young boys. And what do we have to offer them? What is it? And guess what? They're all ancestors of their ancestors were slaves in this country. They gave their lives. They worked hard till they died. They pushed them over in a hole. Okay, I'm not saying we need the government to give us something, but the people that are not making it, the people that have worked and their ancestors or they're linked to slavery, they made a promise that they didn't keep.
So they never.
40 acres and a mule. 40 acres and a mule.
Come on, brother Willie.
I'm not saying give us a bag of money.
You saying,
I'm not
brother
saying
Willie,
give us a bag of money. I'm saying that there should be something put up for school. It should be if you are a descendant of a slave, we need to have something for the schooling. Okay, I'm not saying give a bag of money. There should be a free schooling or something. There should be a discount on the property or something.
You dream, brother
in
Willie.
our community,
You dreaming.
What are they going to do?
No, you dreaming,
You're right,
brother
Willie. You're right, Willie. But you're right, though, Willie. You're right.
Put the drugs in our
Yes,
neighborhood.
but it's brother Willie. It
came
to pass. But it's not. It has not come to pass. We keep looking at the people, the enemy. I hate to say it's the government or whatever. I don't want to mention a certain people, but we keep looking at our enemies. We too smart to always try to get somebody to do something. These people have been promising for 200 years and they haven't done it. So why we keep crying about something that ain't never come to pass? Get ourselves together.
We're dying. Our communities, we're dying.
But we got to do for ourselves.
We need leadership.
We have right now the young people that are dropped out of school, the young people that are running around trying to get themselves together.
Who are we supposed to count on, brother?
The drugs are in the neighborhood.
Ourselves, Dr. Ben.
Listen, let me just say this. I'm going to cease. But let me just say this.
You're saying all this.
I've educated over 800, almost 1,000 young men and women in the inner city. Got them their CDs, got them their jobs, and they're doing well. But okay, so we trust. But what defense do I have? Who am I to come against the drugs that was implanted in our neighborhoods for these young people? Now they got the drugs they're selling. The younger people looking at
Brother
a quick
Willie,
way to make
you're saying a lot, but you want to hear the answer. God is going to give it to you. God is going to give you the impossible. We talk about this on my show all the time. Give it to God. You can't conquer nothing. You can't think of how you do it, but God can, Brother Willie. You got to sit still and ask God. God knows about this, but he's waiting for someone to sit still to get an answer through the Holy Spirit. You're not going to get an answer from the government. You're not going to get an answer from the community. God is the only way we can do this thing. And until we understand that, we've been doing 1,000 things trying to figure this thing out, beating our heads, doing all kind of hiring leaders. God is wanting us to come to him. Come to him and ask him what you asking me, and let him give you the answer. The Holy Spirit is the spirit of truth, and it knows all truth. So go to the truth. Quit going to everybody else, because it ain't going to work. Has it worked yet in your lifetime? No. So why we keep crying about stuff to these folks and they keep laughing at us?
I could solve the crime in America 90% in a day. Now that's a tall order.
Okay, brother.
Solve crime in America. Then 90% of the crime would completely.
Then tell us the solution.
Go away.
Tell us the solution then.
The solution is for us to make our government honor the promise that they made to our black ancestors.
How we gonna do that?
How do we?
How we gonna do that?
90%. 90%
How we
of the
gonna do
trash
that,
goes
brother
away.
Willie?
Because once they do that, then they have stuff that it's not a point of. See, I don't need anybody to give me. My family, my kids, they've started their business. They're doing well. God bless them. But
Same
for
with
everyone
mine.
that's doing good
Same with mine.
in the inner city, when I'm there, when I'm seeing, because I'm right there. Our communities, we need real help. We need real help.
Brother Willie, if you keep buying these cars, you keep buying these clothes, the greatest economic thing we can do to this country is to quit buying the stuff that they selling us. We're the biggest consumers. So we got to hit them where their pockets at. They don't want to hear nobody kumbaya stuff no more. We got to hit them where their pockets at. We got to have strategies in place. So everything we do, we take away from their pockets. Once you take away from their pockets, you can come to the table and say, look, we're not going to do all this no more. We ain't buying these cars, these clothes, and all this stuff. Until you do something, we got to realize our economics that we have in America. We got to be smarter than that. They ain't going to give us nothing because we asked for it. We can't go to go to Washington.
We are our own resolution. We are our own resolution. And we got to learn how to work together. We got to learn how to link together and work together and share our resources together and build together. That's what we need to do.
But why are we buying all this stuff? Why are we buying all these things for people? Yes, sir.
We're buying it because our minds are still out of tune.
Yes, sir.
It goes back to that because I'm not taking myself off the table. I was an out of tune being too.
Yes.
Until the Holy Spirit taught me that the Spirit of God is within each and every one of us.
Yes.
Until we can meditate, fast, and get in touch with the Spirit within us, everything is possible.
Yes,
and
it is.
Understand this.
Amen.
Amen.
That's all. We create our own reality. Let me tell you this.
Yes.
There's nobody put a gun to our head and put us in an alley with a 45 to our temple and make us do anything.
Yes.
That person that's the culprit is our untuned mind. We might have made a decision that was out of tune. But
brother,
King Melvin,
has not.
We are programmed that way. We are programmed. Everything that goes in our mind.
We must deprogram before we can reprogram.
It's years of being programmed through our subconscious mind. We know that the subconscious mind has been programmed over years.
Mr. Dorsey hasn't said anything, and he's been looking and he's smiling. And Mr. Dorsey,
I can't help it.
Give us some reasoning and give us some ideas.
Hey, let me say this. I'm sitting here listening to these intelligent minds. That's a program in itself. Intelligent minds speaking their piece, and I'm enjoying that. That's the way it's supposed to be. Speak your mind intelligently and believe in the Lord, because that's what I'm hearing right now.
Yes.
You're going back to him, and that who is supposed to be running our lives. Okay?
Yes.
God. Period.
Yes.
God.
That's correct.
We learn from him. That corrects a lot of things right there.
Yes.
He rules our lives.
That's right. When we can't quit
running,
why we keep running to the jackal? Why we keep running to the devil and try to thinking that they're gonna help us out? That's ludicrous. You're gonna get the same answer. Remember they said it's crazy to keep doing the same thing over and over because you're gonna get the same answer over and over again. It's ludicrous. We're not gonna get no money from them. I don't understand why we keep thinking that.
Listen, listen. Mr. Dorsey is right.
Yes.
And King Melvin is right. We have the power. We do have the power.
Yes, we do.
Willie, you bring up a very valid point. And I want to weigh in on that. You said the panel that you had in your office, they swayed because they were going to, this leader was going to put something into the Black community. And this was to start small businesses and stuff like that. Listen, we are creative. I will share something with you that a lot of people don't know, and it's based on my research. Up to almost 50% of the GDP for the US, not just for the US, for all developing countries, almost 50% of the GDP is contributed by small business owners. That simply means the little Black man around the corner shop, all of these small businesses that come together collectively, contributes 50% of the GDP to all developing nations. In all the other, in the UK and all, they have programs that facilitate, and most of these people in this program are Black people. Believe it or not, we're the working class. We were the ones picking the cottons, we were the ones doing the peanuts, all of those things. We're working class. So if we get that opportunity, if they want to call that a handout, they can. But as I'm saying to Willie, if that is what they're going to do, give that money for people when they're ready to start something. We're very creative. We will go tap into that and help to continue build the country collectively. Then that is a good thing. Now it's always good to start saying we need to get this, we need to get that, but getting something that we're going to use and turn over to develop the country, to develop our family, to get them to the next level with education, with all of these things and more resources, then give that to us. Give that to us, because we're capable of doing that, right? We're capable of re-innovating ourselves, and that's what we need to do. Condition ourselves, don't give away our power. We have the power. We are the ones who put people in power. And because we've been conditioned a certain way, we now need to change that conditioning to see and realize, because that's what they think. They think we're all waiting for a handout. I don't want anything from anyone. I don't want anything from anyone. I don't. I want the same thing. I want the same fair treatment. Like anyway, if I go to a bank and need to start my business, if it is that I need to get a pen and a pencil to take, and when I take my pen and pencil there, just like you give this other person of another complexion, skin color, the loan, I expect to get it as well, because I took what it is you said I needed. I've met all the criteria. So why am I not getting it to basically develop myself and the country?
We've been expecting that for the last 200 years.
Yes, sir.
Okay,
but you know what? Our ancestors
I've
did it.
Started companies. I've started companies that we had to grind the skin off my teeth to get it started. And thank God it turned out good. I mean, I've done the things, but the fact of the matter is, why is it that someone else can go to the bank and put in an order for their rent to be paid for five years, all of their bills and everything, and they get the loan? I haven't gotten a small business loan yet. And I've, at one point, employed almost 80 people, 60 people in the day on my day shift, and about 20 or 30 on my night shift.
God bless you.
From the grit of us, working hard to make something happen. But so many people fell because of the fact they don't have any help from the bank. This is why when they said, with those professors and doctors that were here, and when they found out that the only thing is going to really make you successful, that you can really do something, is you're going to have a bank that understands what you're doing and what you're trying to do. And when you go to a bank, and if you've already been redlined and you're already going to do all the paperwork, do all of that, and still be denied, something's got to change. When you look at our inner cities, look at our neighborhoods and look at other neighborhoods.
Yeah. And in the spirit of Black History Month, which it is right now, we want to acknowledge that. We also, Tulsa, Oklahoma, and other communities in Atlanta, Tennessee, all around this whole country, we have to do that And every time we do it, and it's not because black people haven't done it, we have done it, and continue to keep trying to do it, and we always get infiltrated and separated and dominated by a white culture who has evil intentions, and they come in and they start to promote separatism, and they want to destroy us, and they've done that, and they do some very evil practices. Tulsa, Oklahoma, of course, with Black Wall Street.
Yeah. Yes.
You can just look. We already know the history, and if you don't know the history, you can Google it, look it up.
Yes.
And the fires and the squads of racist KKK and people who chased us and killed us because of the competition. And basically, that was the overall thing. It was competition. It was taken out of their mouths, and because we were putting stuff into ours, and we weren't being malicious towards them. They just were jealous.
I just understood that because I asked myself, that's a good point. I asked myself, I said, what can we learn from Oklahoma?
Yeah.
And I really studied this thing because I said, see, God, if you come from the premises of God, we've always been a people that shared.
Yes.
We always been that. From Timbuktu, we always been that nature. But when we had everything, and then here it is, God was trying to tell us, that I'm giving you to be an example of me.
Yes.
Now, here it is, these white folks, which is made by God, if your brother, I don't care if he's green, if he's hungry,
feed him.
Because I said, what did we do to create this? Here it is, you being the same way they are. He didn't put us in Oklahoma to be stingy and do the same exact thing that they did to us. Now, if we could do as God has want us to do, is to share and make sure they wasn't hungry, we wouldn't brought that on ourselves. Because again, I'm coming back to everything we do. We can let our minds give us a story all we want to, but the facts and the stories are always different.
Yeah.
The facts is we didn't share. We created that situation for ourselves. Until we take full responsibility for whatever we attract in our life, because the law of the universe and God said, I don't care what we taught or what we believe. There is no assertion. Let me say that again. There is no assertion. If you think it's an assertion, it's an illusion.
Yes.
It's always attraction. We attract what we think, what we feel, and what we say. And in the Bible, it says the power is in the tongue. Until we get real clear on our mind tuning and our clarity of what we call into existence, because we do have power to call the unseen to the scene. We got that power. If we don't believe that, that's on you. I'm clear about that.
But when you look at
God gave me the power to create my world. My world.
But
I
when you
want
look,
it to be.
when you look at,
I'm living. I used to live an untuned mind, and I had the same situations in my lap. But soon as I deprogrammed my habits of thinking to the program thinking, I understood that anything in my life that I asked for,
it's going to come.
Have.
Amen.
But when you look at when you look at that situation, you are totally correct, King Melvin. But it's so many people, and through media and sexual manipulated in the community that's been changed. They've been changed in your belief system. So when we look at that, it's great to say all that. But when we look at the masses of people who've been programmed and doing things that they don't really know, a lot of people don't even know that they're not even thinking on their own. They're thinking based on what was been told to them through the media, told to them through
I was one
TV
of those.
shows.
I was one of those.
Yes,
but
that's why we gotta teach, because you've been doing this. Some people been doing this same thought, this same pattern for 30 years. So now you got to deprogram yourself. It is not no easy thing. So you got to put something in place other than the thoughts that you had before. So now when you understand the purpose and the understanding that your subconscious mind has all this information, but your subconscious mind is a genius as well. So the enemy knows that they shoot things to your mind, and you got about 10 seconds before it downloads. So all this stuff that they study about how the mind works and how they give masses of individuals out here thinking that they're thinking of their own. That's why we buying things. That's why people are in prison. I worked in a prison. These young men say, I don't even know why I did this. Because of the stuff they were doing, the music they was listening to, all this stuff was programming them to be a certain way. It's great to say one thing, but this thing go deeper. It goes so deep to the root that it's so much going on out here.
I agree with you, Doctor. I agree with you. I was a product of that, so I'm saying it's possible to deprogram.
Yes, it is possible, but you got to take time. But you got to have your leaders understand this. You got to have your leaders. We've been talking on the show. We've been talking on the show. I might have been hollering at a little bit, and God forgive me. I like Claudia. She came to the question. She said what was about the question and answer. I might have been getting carried away with Brother Willie, but Brother Willie is passionate about what he's saying, and I understand that. Go ahead.
Okay, but let me throw it right back over to you, Dr. Johnson. Listen, we've got about 8 minutes more on this program. This program's going to end, and then we're going to ask everybody to stick around. We have our pastor Valerie is going to be coming up next at 5 p.m. after the program, but we're going to go right back to you, Dr. Johnson, and we ask for we only got a few minutes, so we ask for a quick solution. What is your solution? What should we be doing? And
my solution is like King Melvin. We must teach the individuals that in our house, in the community, let them know who they are. What did God have from the foundation of the earth? God has given every man and woman purpose. They must understand, once they understand who they are and what they're capable of doing, then they'll start changing. But when you have a situation when your parents called you stupid, the teacher called you all kind of names, you got to have self-talk. Self-talk, I'm trying to say right quick, you got to deprogram yourself with self-talk. You got to say scriptures. You got to say things that deprogram all the information over all these years that's been in you. So to me, that's the answer. In itself, you got to deprogram yourself with self-talk.
Okay, Sister
self-talk.
Claudine, you got that. Give it to us in a minute.
I'll take a minute. The thing is this: Dr. Johnson is right. A lot of people need to start there, but I do believe what we need to do is start with ourselves. And when we start with ourselves, we can look within us, see what upsets us. Are we letting that in? If we're letting it in, why we're letting it in? Come up with a system, and with that system, then help others out there realize that, okay, your foundation, I believe my foundation and everyone's foundation is the Bible. If you get back to the Bible, if you get back to this, you cannot go wrong, right? Basic. A lot of people don't know how to tap into their purpose. We talk about purpose generally. How do we get there? How do I know what is my purpose? We need to start there and start with ourselves.
Yes. Good.
Okay. Excellent. Amen. So we're going to go right over to Brother Tony. Solution, Brother Tony.
Solution, I believe, is to do it ourselves and stop depending on, and I'm not trying to be a hater, but stop depending on slave masters, basically, who are still in effect, white people, anybody closely related. We need to do things for ourselves. I live in Brooklyn. If I go to Bushwick, if I go to Crown Heights, I live in Bed-Stuy. If I go to these different neighborhoods, I see a different demographic. I see that when I go to a Latino neighborhood, of course, you do see some white-owned businesses, of course. That's because they want to make that money circulate with white people and not so much for the Latino people. If I go to a Caribbean neighborhood in Crown Heights, you see a good majority of, it's a lot of diversity, and everybody has, business amongst each other or whatever, but you still see Middle Eastern, you still see a lot of white people, and that money is circulating within that Middle Eastern culture within a Caribbean neighborhood. If you go to the Hasidic neighborhood, see the money circulating within a Hasidic neighborhood, and the money is going back into their pockets, into their businesses, and into their people and their synagogues and all that. So, and then when you go to a lot of black neighborhoods, you see everybody except black businesses own. You see maybe some mom and pop stores, but they're not doing very well and they get pushed out by organizations. So my answer also is like go back to the 60s and 70s and 80s, like Black Panthers used to do. They took it into their own hands and fed their own people and came up with networks and stuff. And they didn't wait on who was going to come.
And the Nation was a good example.
Exactly. And the Nation does it too. The FOI, the NOI, they do it amongst their people. So
Amen.
we're doing it for ourselves and stop depending on somebody else. If your people are starving, are you going to wait to vote somebody in the office so they can feed you? Do it yourself. Don't wait for somebody else. The Black Panthers used to go into local businesses who didn't reflect their skin color and their culture.
That's right.
And they wouldn't necessarily strong-arm people, but they told them, if you don't start helping our people out, we're going to basically be a problem for you. And that right now is dead.
Wow.
Yes,
so what do you have to do? You have to do it yourself. Stop waiting on.
So the bottom line is do it yourself.
Do it yourself.
Don't worry
Not
about
waiting for them.
Don't worry about the things that no matter what's going on in the neighborhood.
Not waiting for election day. Do it yourself.
I just want to say that right now we're going to be going over to the 5 o'clock hour, and our pastor Valerie is going to be coming on and then we're going to have our musical by our brother Fitzgerald is going to be coming on, and then we're also going to have our sister Claudette is going to be telling us something about her company, and we wanted to. We only have 3 minutes here left, but we want to tell you about the Coach Up program every Tuesday. We want to tell you about CFC comes on every week on Tuesdays. We're on, and at 3:30 we go right over to Coach Up. Then we go right over to Pastor Staten, and then right from Pastor Staten from 4 o'clock to 5 o'clock on Tuesdays, Pastor Staten. Then we go right over with the Christian Fellowship Council, CFC, GospelRadio.com. Then we go right over from 5 o'clock to 6 o'clock, right over to our Pastor Garris, Positive Proof Ministries, and that's every Tuesday. And then Wednesday, we get into it on Wednesday.
Yes, we do. We get in the mix on Wednesdays. Wednesdays is the day.
Oh, yes. Wednesday's good.
Absolutely.
Yes,
So
catching planes.
That's the open forum day.
I'm be catching. Hey, Anthony, I'm gonna be, and Claudia, I'm catching a plane definitely to get hold of Brother Willie. I got to talk to Brother.
I'll pick you up from the.
I got to talk to Brother Willie.
Hey, listen, those are threats. I want everybody to know those are
recorded.
Those are threats. On Friday.
We got your back, Willie. We got your back, Willie.
and on Friday we go right over to CFC from 3 o'clock to 4 p.m. right here with again myself on Fridays. Then we go with Anthony Boyd, the top 10 countdown in gospel music on Friday with Brother Tony and Brother Boyd. They do an excellent job. So we just want you to continue to follow us and tune in. Listen, we're going to be going over to the break, and we want to say thank you. Everybody can stay right where you are if you got the time, and we're going to go right over with our Pastor Valerie, and she's going to tell us some good stuff, and then we're going to come right back and go right over to our Sister Claudine, and then we're going to go over to our brother Fitzgerald, and then we're going to continue out at that point. Thank God. Keep it locked. Don't you dare touch that.
Yes.
We'll be right back.
I'm about to get on that plane right now. Going to the airport.
I'm with you, Anthony. I'm with you. Anthony, I got to see Brother Willie. I got to see this brother.
Sounds like a good party.
I know that. I'm staying clear. That's all. We'll be right back after these messages.
Okay.
Knocking on your door. And when that happens, you need to call the good old boys at the Tax Doctor. Let them do what they do best. Deal and negotiate with the IRS so you pay the lowest you can in back taxes that the law
Brother Willie. You hear me?
And easier than you ever thought possible. Pick up your cell phone and call right now. 800-824-4637. 800-824-4637. 800-824-4637. Again, that number is 800-824-4637.
Now you can fly anywhere in the world and pay discount prices on your airline tickets. Book a flight today to London, Paris, Madrid, or anywhere else you want to go and pay a lot less guaranteed. Call the International Travel Department right now at Low Cost Airlines.
800-654-0759. 800-654-0759. That's 800-654-0759.
WPAT.
And imagine life without debt. Yes, it is possible. You have just. Can
you hear it now? Are you hearing it?
Okay, I clicked on it just now.
On your credit card, just pay the minimum 3.8%, and
Okay.
minimum payment say that you look forward to seeing them again next month. The first step in financial healing is always plastic surgery. Plastic surgery is when you cut up all of the credit cards that help create your financial mess. Why carry around the thing that is destroying you? Call each creditor and request that they close your account and that attempts to intimidate you so that you can do nothing but talk about it. But there are remedies. Now let's take a look at two ways that you can get out of debt. There's a conventional way and there's an unconventional way. I'll start with the conventional way.
I'm sorry, what did you say?
You have bankruptcy, you have consolidation, you have withdrawal from your 401k plan, retirement plan. You stop paying tithes and offerings to your church because you're in debt. Let creditors charge off the bills. You'll let creditors do that, and you'll make more money. Now, the unconventional way is to attack one debt at a time. Control your spending habits. Help someone else get out of debt. Utilize the plastic surgery method of cutting up your credit cards. Get a financial empowerment team or partner. Take what you have to create what you need. In summary, the summary plan to defeat debt. In attacking debt, we recommend that you attack the smallest bill first, the bear and the lion, and then move to the largest bill, your Goliath. This is called the David and Goliath theory. The benefits are that you see quicker results that will help propel your motivation and build momentum. You may exert a lot of energy and see minimal results at first. Don't get discouraged. As you increase your efforts, you will become more effective. Consider that a rocket expends more energy in the first mile than at any other point in the trip, trying to break the force of gravity. Just as the Israelites kept the 12 smooth stones as a testimony of God bringing them over the Jordan River, keep all of your paid off bills. Your plan should also identify sources of income that you will create. For example, that could be having a part-time job, working some overtime on your current job, or starting a business, and how they will be used to attack debt. Additional factors to be considered are the cash that will be freed up monthly. Bills with no interest may be paid off later because they cost you nothing. Bills with higher interest that provide no tax deduction should be paid off sooner because they cost you the most. Now, in closing, I'm going to leave you with 10 steps to defeat debt. Number one, you must face it before you can fix it. You can't just not look at your debts, but you have to face them. You must be willing to list all your bills. It's tough, but guess what? You can do it. Number two, see debt as a hostile enemy to God's will in your life. 2 Kings chapter 4, verses 1-7. Jesus' entire life was centered on helping others. Ours should be the same. However, if you are,
is this what's playing on the air?
Yeah, I got it going through that way.
How much can you help?
All right, this is your Zoom thing, right?
The enemy has just robbed you of the ability to portray the image of God. Number three, focus on the benefits of being debt free. 1 Samuel chapter 17.
Yeah, this is not connected to anything.
The ability to help others. B, the ability to live without pressure. C, the ability to enjoy your life. And D, the ability to start your business or live your dream. Number four, perform plastic surgery on those credit cards. Why are you still carrying credit cards that gave you the disease called debt? Number five, control your spending. Before you can eliminate debt, you must control spending. If not, money that was designed to attack debt is now required to just stay current. Number six, identify your weapons. there are two types of people who go to war without weapons. They are those who do not intend to fight and those who do not intend to win. We want to be on the winning side, right? When it comes to that. Number 7, lay out the plan bill by bill. You must remember that an unwritten plan is impossible to follow. Number 8, attack and be relentless. Attack one debt at a time until it is destroyed. With every debt you defeat, your army gets larger. Generally, we recommend attacking the smallest debt first to gain momentum. Number 9, reward yourself. Every time you defeat debt, take a predetermined percentage of that monthly payment and spend it on you. In defeating debt, motivation is more important than money. And number 10, help someone else to get out of debt. What you make happen for others, God will make happen for you. In the future, before you allow debt, I want you to remember this, to enter your life, clearly have an exit plan.
Just like you send a
I trust that this information was useful today. And if I could be of further service to you in your debt planning, contact me at 646-270-0865, 646-270-0865. I also can assist you with setting up your income protection plan through life insurance. We also provide auto and home, business insurance, as well as retirement plans and college funding. Once again, the number is 646-270-0865, 646-270-0865. And next week, we will speak on, after you get out of debt, how can you now rebuild your credit? Okay, God bless you and have a great week.
We're not hearing you, Willie. I don't know if you can hear us, but we're not hearing you.
It could. Hey, Could you hear me?
I can hear you. I can hear you, Daryl, but I'm not hearing Willie or anyone in the studio.
Yeah, I don't think he knows
let me
that.
tell Anthony to unmute.
Well, I'm going to text him. When you send those messages, I always text him to let him know what's going on. He usually responds.
Okay.
I'm going to just text him. Yeah, I'll text him right now.
I'll let Anthony unmute to see if it will come through from Ez.
Can you hear me now?
Yes. Let's just use your phone because Willie's phone is not coming through, or the station number is not coming through. Willie iPad is not coming through. I was telling him to unmute so that we could hear him.
Yeah, we're gonna get it together.
Yeah.
It's a little bit of an echo though.
Yeah, no, that's because my phone here is giving me
I can hear from your phone now, Anthony, but I'm not. Yeah, Willie, I can hear you from Anthony's phone.
Okay.
So do you want to go ahead and just try to?
Okay, all right. Well, yeah, we're gonna ask Brother King Melvin. Well, actually, we can hear you, Sister Claudine.
That's good. We can hear you now too.
Yes, we can.
Echo, that's all.
Okay, I gotta.
Oh, we're not getting an echo, so I'm not getting an echo. So maybe it's just in the studio, but it's good coming here.
What we were looking to do is to have you tell a little bit about some of the products that you've given me and about your program.
Oh, okay. So it's my new skin, T4G.mynewskin.com. It is some help. Pharmanex and New Skin come together to create these products that they have tested. And it basically, the hand scan that I showed everyone earlier, it scans your hand and it tells you how your body's been protected from the different nutrients that you're taking. And my program is really about the mind, like King Melvin is mentioning, how you condition your mind. This affects your body, all right? You need to eat healthy and you need to basically, then you connect all of that spiritually. So therefore you go to the word and let the word guide you. And so that's kind of what it is. This is all about, but it's really important to just pause for a minute and condition your mind. Be sure and be careful of what you're letting in because it affects your entire body. And I was so grateful to share with Willie some of the supplements that I had been taking to get me from the obese stage that I was, right? Back into back into a normal body mass index, which is 22.9. Everyone should try to be as low as 25. 25 is the normal, and it basically helps you to, as you heard our researcher TJ spoke about it today, it is important to look and see what we're putting into our bodies. And there's no way we can eat a room full of broccoli, all right? So we have to get supplements that have been tested and true to providing us with the best supplements that we need in order to make sure that our bodies are functioning optimally. So even though I couldn't exercise because doctors told me I can't exercise for 6 months, and I can't work, I can't do any of these things, I was still able to maintain my body mass index. I was still able to lose the weight, not exercising, because this program, they have a weight management program as well. So I had to go on that, but they also have daily supplements that you can take. And guess what, guys? It is important to put the best thing in your bodies because this is what helps us to do the work that we want to do everything. Willie was running, walking much faster than I am, right? When I first met him, and Willie had a knee problem, and Willie took some of these, and I was so pleased with his medical that he had done in order to get his insurance policy. And I can't take the credit for that because God had sent that to me, right? Yeah. And I just want the best for everyone. do what you need to do to make sure you're here longer. If we don't protect our minds, then we feed things in our bodies, and then our bodies get stressed out. And if we don't put the right food and supplements in, then we're not connecting spiritually either. So we need to do that. We need to make sure we're doing the right thing. Now, if it is that you want to call me, you can give me a call at any time, or you can go to my website, which is t4g.mynewskin.com, right? And you can basically look me up. You can call 860-797-3766 or text me or anything like that. I can share with you the program that I have. You can order the supplements that you need, but it's important to make sure we put the right thing in our bodies. We do the right thing for ourselves. And we also have a 90-day challenge that is going on. You can do it for 30, you can do it for 90. If you want to hear more about this, please just hit me up and we could discuss it a little bit more and get you started on this. It is exciting, and I'm looking forward to working with anyone out there who wants to do this. Not only that, if you are at home like me and you really can't do anything and you're looking for something, a home-based, opportunity, this could be something that you do even at home too. You can also have your friends order and you receive a commission. It's just like that. It is amazing. You can do a lot of things if you just set your mind to it.
Amen.
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 Good word.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you, Willie.
Just got a little echo. That's it.
Okay, let's try and fix that. Well, I tell you, we are getting ready to go over to Music Land. And
yay!
Yeah.
Put everything together. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to go right over to our brother Fitzgerald, which is going to bring his program. And welcome to the program to Music Land.
Yeah. This is Candid Darrell, WPAT community. We want to welcome you to Music Land, where we support music creatives and produce music songs. When you want to build on your muse, contact Welcome to Music Land, where you will find something good on the other side. So I get to play some great music on Welcome to Music Land, and actually play the music of so many different people and artists. And, if you're interested in getting your music played on the air, certainly give me a call. 860-922-6983, 860-922-6983. You can leave a voice message or a text message. You can also, you can actually email me as well. I think it's Will Redding 2019 at gmail.com. Will Redding, that's WILLREDDING 2019 at gmail.com. If you'd like to email your MP3s, I will certainly take a listen and consider playing it on Welcome to Music Land. We have some great selections today. The first selection I'd like to play is called We Have Faith and Know by the artist Dar Reed. That's Darread. This song was actually, I call it the COVID-proof song of production, because it was produced during the COVID, during the shutdown, and it was produced completely remotely. So didn't have an opportunity to be in the home-based studio or in a studio. All the vocals were submitted to a sound engineer and a producer right from his phone. And he was able to do what he had to do. So this is We Have Faith and Know by Dar Reed, produced by Joseph Pugh. Do you have that selection, Willie?
Do
you have the selection?
Praise God, is playing.
Oh, I can't hear anything.
Oh, we're not hearing it, Willie.
Yeah, we can't hear it. I can't hear it.
Here we're having some type of difficulties here.
Unmute your iPad and then Anthony could mute. Yeah. Is it playing?
It's playing.
Wow, I'm just, again, this is crazy.
It's a great.
No, we're not hearing anyone or anything. Anthony, unmute and see if you could hold your phone next to the song that's playing. Are you hearing me, Anthony?
Yeah, I heard you.
Yeah.
So hold the phone next to
Yes.
Can you hear it now?
Yes, yes.
Can you hear the music?
I hear an echo.
Yeah, there's a feedback. Yeah, there's a feedback. There is a pardon for the Savior. There is a pardon has been before. Are you under the curtain? Are you under the curse? My son and my daughter, you are my son and daughter, you are given. Shout hallelujah, continue. Shout
The host would like you to unmute your microphone. You can press star 6 to unmute.
Oh, wow. Well, I just want to say we had a group in the studio, and they used our studio, and a lot of our things is not doing what they were supposed to be doing, and wiring, we had to rewire, put our iPads and phones and everything and start over. So I do apologize. And I'm getting a
Reverb, the echo.
yeah, you can kill that volume over here.
All right.
Yeah. Now that's much better. Can everybody hear me okay?
I can hear you.
We're hearing you. Maybe you can tell us a little about the artist and the song, Daryl, to
well, I'm not sure if the audience heard it, but that's We Have Faith and No by Darreed, Darread, and you can actually find that music on most digital platforms, on YouTube and Deezer. It's playing on Spotify, quite a lot of different digital platforms. And like I said, it was a COVID-proof song, pretty much a song of hope and inspiration. And I was very happy to have that released. It's actually a song that I wrote, and I was so happy to get that produced. There's actually a second version that's actually finished and completed and will be released soon of that song, another version of it. I have another selection by the group Trinity 57 called God's Grace. And is that cued? Hello?
Can you hear us?
I can hear you now, but yeah, I can hear you now, but I can't hear.
We're having some difficulties. I don't know if it's the internet here or what. You can cut that volume. Because it's coming
I was
through.
having problem with the Zoom. The Zoom kept muting on its own. It zooms and muting on its own.
Okay.
Are you able to play the second selection by Trinity 5-7, God's Grace?
We're not hearing Anthony.
Okay, I just.
You hear me? Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
ask
hear
Willie
you,
to
hear
try
you
and
now.
unmute the phone again. Tell him to try and unmute it.
All right, here's the song. I want to see if this song is going to go through. I'm starting to hear echo.
Let him try to unmute the 1347 again.
Yeah, this one says we have faith, so that's the same one.
The second song is God's Grace by Trinity 5-7.
You want to give us a little information, since he's getting it, on the artist and on what it is that's going to, set a stage for it? Mr.
Well, it's a
Darrell?
very inspirational. Like all the songs that I play, Welcome to Music Land, I think are inspirational songs. Like once again, the group is Trinity 5-7. The song is called God's Grace, and I'm of the opinion I just like to let the art speak for itself. So hopefully, when they get an opportunity to hear it, they get the sense of what it is and the vibe of what it is, and be inspired.
Is this a group that was out back in the day, or is this a totally different group? I don't think you heard me. No.
Darrell, you're muted.
Darrell, how long have they been doing the music?
Darrell, you're muted.
It might be his headphone. I'm sure because.
I'm not muted. No.
It was sounding a little bit. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, we just want to apologize for some of the. Okay, cut the volume. Mute yours over there because I'm hearing that. So we just want to.
Willie, do you want to try to unmute the?
Can you hear me now, Cody?
Yes, we are hearing you now. We weren't hearing you.
Okay, right. Is he able to play this song by Trinity?
No. I think Tony had asked a question.
Yeah, that group Trinity 5-7 has been around for a while. They were actually, I believe, founded by Kirk Franklin. Kirk Franklin is in the video with them.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah, Kirk Franklin is in their music video with them for God's Grace, Trinity 5-7.
Okay.
Well, welcome to Music Land. We really just try to help music creatives in the process of producing. We have a consortium of many different types of people that's in the music industry, from DJs nationwide that play music. I've been very happy. An artist that I work with, Chanel Love, she's actually was awarded the actual Music Artist of the Week for Radio Airplay Experts. So I was really happy about that. Also, her music is charted on the gospel charts now. So I'm also very happy about that. So.
Awesome.
Mm-hmm.
And so how is it individuals can, get in touch with you? Say, for example, an artist who needs to, develop his craft. How do you help him through something like that?
Well, it's simply they would obviously give me the call at 860-922-6983 and leave a voice or text message, and I would try to assess where they are as an artist, like what their goals are. So if they're at the space where maybe, we have people who are songwriters who literally are very skilled with poetics, like myself, but I will find out where they are, what their goals are, where they are in the industry. What do they want? What are their goals? Do they want to produce music? Do they want their music to go to market? Would they just like to be able to write a song, or complete a poetic piece that can be used for a song? Do they need musicians? Do they need background singers? Are they looking for a reputable record label for whichever genre that they are in music? They may be looking for a plethora of different engineers that could help them produce songs. We have those in place. They may be looking for some music studios that they can record that's affordable. We have those in place. So this depends on making an assessment where that artist is or where that creative is. And then we just do our best to connect them with that right resource in the consortium.
Okay, so that is good. So what if it is someone just have talent and I can sing in my shower. I wouldn't come to you for singing, but what about individuals who know that they have talent, but they have no idea? All of these things that you're mentioning is really good, and I would like to connect with you. Do you take them through a process or guide them to say, okay, what would that process look like?
Well,
Someone who knows they have talent come to you, but no idea what to do.
Support, encouragement. Let them know they have a gift and they have a talent, that they can build on it and use it. If you don't use the gift, sometimes you lose it. But let's say, for example, someone's a good singer and you recognize a good singer. They never thought that they could help. Maybe they could be a part of a choir. They might be someone who could be used as a background singer. We have an artist who's working on a song, and they need reputable singer.
Oh, something is, I'm not hearing. Anthony, can you hear me? Can you hear me, Anthony?
Well, the Zoom keeps muting. The Zoom keeps muting.
We don't know what's going on, but you know what? We believe in God, and God is with us, and that's what we're going to hold on to. So you continue. Continue to tell us so we can connect with you and how we can do this, because we shall overcome. Go ahead.
Watching the YouTube, is there any sound coming through the YouTube?
Yes, we're hearing you on YouTube because.
Okay.
Yeah, because I think we're still live on air, but I don't know. Maybe something's going on with Zoom, really, because I don't know what's going on, but we're not focusing on that. Let us channel our energy on how we can help people, because each time you go off, you come back on. Let us get to. You were telling me if somebody comes in and say they can sing,
right?
They don't have any idea.
We have a way to connect them, to encourage them in their gift, in their talent, in their craft.
Mm-hmm.
It all depends on the assessment of where that person is and identifying what their talent is.
So you connect them with different organizations and stuff like that.
Well, I connect them with skilled people who are passionate about what they do, and they may be part of a group or organization. They may be part of a recording studio. They may be part of a label.
Mm-hmm.
You may just have you may have an artist that just wants to increase their play, their music play. You know.
Okay.
You know, I connect them to DJs. I show them how to market their music, how to connect their music to radio stations, the proper procedures that you have to use to connect your music to the radio stations. You know, it's almost like a one-on-one. I have an artist right now who just sent their work to a prominent person in media who oversees quite a lot of different radio stations, and so we, you know, there's a proper procedure to do that. You know, you have to submit usually a headshot. You have to be able to submit your MP3s to the disc jockey. Also, hopefully your music is registered, so you have the ISRC number.
But you would help them to, because this is somebody coming in who is raw, and you would help them to get all of those things organized, right?
Provide the resources and the information that they need to take it a step further, you know.
Okay, awesome.
Definitely.
And I must mention too, and thank you, because we have Mr. Dorsey, who is here from CT Gospel. I remember reaching out to you, Daryl, and asking you how it is, because we want to have a concert for our church this year. And I said, who should I speak to? And so you are really a connection person to make things happen. And you connected me with Mr. Dorsey. Mr. Dorsey, do you want to tell us a little bit about what it is that you do and how it is that you do this? Because I mean, I was just, thank you, Daryl, if I didn't mention that before, that, this connection. So Mr. Dorsey, let me set the stage. Mr. Dorsey is the CEO of CT Gospel. He's here on the program with us. And you may have heard him a little earlier, and he was on the program, I think it was yesterday again, you know, talking about, you know, just the issues and weighing in on stuff. But he is a man of great connections and a lot of influences as well. He got an award, a Lifetime Achievement Award. You want to tell us about that? Mr. Dorsey, tell us a little about yourself.
Oh, sure. Yeah, I want to thank you for having me. And Daryl and I know each other. And thank you, Claudine. I wanted to get that straight first instead of calling you, what's that, Claudia?
It doesn't matter. Listen, I know it's me. It doesn't matter what you call me. I know it's me. I'll answer. Listen.
I hear you, but I want your audience to know who you are exactly. It's Claudine.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you. Yeah, I did win an award, which was from the NAACP in New Britain. And that was a Lifetime Achievement Award. But the main thing is what I love to do is promote gospel events, gospel artists. Coming from CT Gospel, which I am the CEO, anything to do with gospel. And the other part is, and I wanted to have some type of gospel program coming up later on this year, including, Claudine, a gospel event for your church.
Yes, you better.
Okay, so that's on the list. So
what about your TVs? Don't you have a CT Gospel TV?
I'm glad you reminded me. Thank you. I have T Gospel on the Roku channel. So if you got Roku, and more than likely, a lot of people with new TVs, they have Roku channel already built in. So when you go to that Roku and you punch in CT space gospel, you'll pick up CT Gospel Roku channel. So what I do is we got a lot of artists and a lot of different things going on that channel, including they playing let's see who we got. Some unfortunately Rance Allen passed away, but before he did some beautiful music. JJ Harris, excuse me, JJ Harrison is on there. A whole bunch of different artists.
So are these artists that you basically, all I understand is that anyone wanting to have like a concert like a gospel concert in Connecticut, you are the person, even radio stations recommend you as the go-to person to have those concerts, and you would basically organize that and then make this happen. How does that work? And I found on your TV channel, Fire, you want to give us a little story about how people can contact you, reach you in order to make this happen?
Okay. My phone number, 860-890-5571. And I would like to mention that the group Fire, I believe, is in the top 5 right now. Might be up to number 3. But they're one of the hottest groups in the nation right now. Well,
Billboard, right?
At least on the Billboard charts.
Okay, awesome.
I got to call him back because he tried to call while I was on the line this evening. So I told him I'm on the radio right now, but
awesome.
We will call you back.
Awesome. So you're bringing them in. They're coming in for one of your concerts, right? This year in July or something like that.
Yeah, my birthday is July 15th, so we're gonna have them July 16th.
Woo! What a celebration!
Like a birthday weekend celebration.
Awesome.
They're happy about coming back to Connecticut, and they've been here. I brought them here about 4 or 5 times, so they're coming back again. And the thing about them, they're young, they super clean, and super got heavy duty manners. I'll put it that way.
Awesome.
So young, and to be good for the young folks, and for all people, to be honest with you. So that's basically it about me.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Mr. Dorsey. Thank you so much, Darrell. I mean, I am so thankful for the connection, and I am looking forward to having an awesome Jesus party. Listen, Mr. Dorsey and Darrell, listen, I'm counting on you guys to help me make this happen. All right.
Well, we're gonna work together. Yeah, we're definitely gonna work together to make it happen.
Awesome. So I'm gonna throw back to Willie and our Anthony in the studio. I don't know if they can hear me. We only have 5 minutes. Okay, awesome. 5 minutes left before the program ends. I know today we had some technical difficulties, but to God be the glory, because you know what? We will overcome because God is our foundation. So Willie, take control.
Praise God. Thank you, Sister
Claudine. She did a great, awesome job.
Absolutely.
Oh, thank you.
Yes.
Part of the program, all of you out there in radio land, TV land, computer land, we want to just thank you for being a part. I'm still hearing the echo.
Still have echo?
Yep. Yeah. But go ahead, because we are not hearing the echo out here. Maybe you're hearing it in the studio, but we are not hearing it.
You hear the echo?
No, it's better.
It's better?
Okay.
Okay.
Praise God.
Amen.
Amen.
Anthony, you're muted. Unmute.
Giving us problems. It's nothing you can really do. And you hooked up with the internet and hooked up with the computers and things. So again, we just want to apologize for that. But we are going to be here on Friday. We want you to tune in at 3 o'clock, 3 to 4. We wanted to have some other discussions that we had that we wanted to, topics that we wanted to discuss, and we didn't get to them. So hopefully on Friday, we can definitely talk about them. We was going to go over with, we're going to talk about the situation with Whoopi Goldberg, where they're suspending her for
her comments,
make some comments. In fact, I wanted to play the that whole part, what they suspended her for, but I understand the point that she was making, and I just think that just kind of far-fetched to say she was saying something Semitic or anti-Semitic. Yeah.
Oh,
But
and
anyway,
that's what,
again,
$5,000 per hour? Almost $5,000 per hour. That's the rate. That's, you know.
Oh, that's what she makes. $5,000 an hour. Yeah, it's anywhere from $500,000 to $750,000.
She'll make that money back on her endorsements.
Yeah, but you know, it's not about the amount of money.
It's not the money.
It's just the audacity for them to do that.
Yeah, especially when
for real.
Yeah.
I mean, she didn't say anything. All she said was a group of evil people did something evil to another group of people. And, you know, so that was the point. They said it, no, it was racist, it was this, it was that. But anyway, we'll get into it. We'll have a little more information on it. Again, we want everybody to go right over to CFC page.com, CFCPAGE.com, and you'll see a lot and be able to look at what we're doing, some of the moves, some of the things that we have in place for the young people in our communities. And that's basically what it's about. You know, we got young people that are coming up, and we got to have something for the young people to do, especially in the neighborhoods when the drugs and the guns and all the crimes and things is plaguing our communities. We have to take a stand ourselves and change things. That's what they said. That's what they said today.
Yeah. How can we donate, Willie?
I'll just go to cfcpage.com and you'll see a button there. And if you'd like to donate to the Christian Fellowship Council, we welcome
about your Cash App?
Listen, absolutely. You can go to Cash App, CFC,
or
CFC.
Or
Yeah,
CFC.
Our CFC.
Our CFC.
Praise God. God bless and thank everyone. Good night.
Good night.
God bless you, Willie.
God bless you.